ladies and gentlemen, everybody in between. This is amazing. I am back here on UMRV for the last time of Farm Sim 22. Now, I know a lot of y'all are like, what do you mean? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to slowly but surely start doing my last play, like role plays and stuff like that on certain maps, because we are a little bit less than 4 months away from seeing Farm Sim 25, and I'm so excited for it. It's not funny. But by doing that, I also believe we should be doing a simple old roleplay on each of my favorite maps. And what better way to start a new roleplay series but on the UMRV map that started this channel. And for all those that remember, this was my #1 viewed video for the longest time. So ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so very much. Love and support y'all given to me over the Farm Sim 22. So let's go into this roleplay and have fun. 5 months ago to this day, my grandfather stepped down and decided he wanted to retire. So he handed me the keys to the farm, but I found out it had a $1.5 million debt over his head that I need to pay off in 5 years. Will we fail? Will we succeed? Find out in today's video. Alrighty, so I just put some diesel into the truck and I'm excited to get onto my grandfather's farm. It has been a few years since I last been over there. I've been in college for a little bit now. And, oh, hold up. There we go. Can't be driving out. My mirrors folded out. I forgot I folded them up when I was getting gas. So right now, we're heading over to the farm, kind of seeing what we can get into, what kind of mess we can get into. Also, gentlemen, if y'all want to see more stuff like this, please like, subscribe, do what you do best. And ladies and gentlemen, please leave a comment down below your favorite map of Farm Sim 22, and I may or may not do a series on it. And well, we are finally here at the farm. It has been so long since I've last seen it. I'm so excited. I know my grandfather had a lot of really nice machinery, and I just can't wait to start taking a look at it all and kind of seeing what all we have here at the farm. I do know he said he traded up and traded down some equipment, so it's going to be a complete surprise to me. I do know there's some employees also that do come with us. They've been taking care of the pigs and the cattle down there. We'll show y'all that in a minute. I guess first things first, we have ourselves a little Kawasaki as our little pack mule, aka our little side-by-side. And in here, he said where he kept most of his actual machines. Okay, we got ourselves a nice little lineup. We got ourselves a Case IH 2588. Love that machine to death. Oh, we also have one of my other favorite combines, a 9610. Love this combine right here. Actually, like, this was one of my favorite combines to ever use. We have ourselves an 8530, 8110, and then a Case H 5488. Not too bad. Now inside of here is probably where he has majority of like his we got our grain bag set up because we need to do some grain bags. We have ourselves a Case IH 8860 for a mower. Oh, we got another John Deere in here. We actually have two, a 7810 and then a John Deere Model A. This is old pride and joy. I remember riding on this thing so much when we were younger. We got some headers. We got ourselves some plant seeder right here. We got a hay rake, so we do need to do a lot of hay. This is his spraying rig. We have a Shafter T3000. We have ourselves some John Deere balers. A lot of just simple stuff that we need for the farm. Oh yes, can't forget my grandfather's old Wilson and then his Jetco trailer. Can't forget his actual semi-truck, good old Mac over there. The Kinseys, he has two Kinseys that we have always loved, and then he has a lot of cultivators and stuff like that, a grain cart, hay racks, all that fun stuff. I really don't think you guys want to see all that. And then let's go ahead and head down to the main farm, or not the main farm, the second farm, which is legitimately just right down the road. So we have both the trailers they use. You have his cattle pig trailer and his flatbed trailer. You have his cattle pen, which they're looking healthy. You also got them as heifers. Kind of want to see in here because I do know. Oh yeah, we got our piggies. We have 124 pigs currently. You have both of the big harvesters. Looking good, looking good. So this one right here, okay, I'll kind of explain what these do real fast. This first one right here, it turns it into silage. So this is the one you ferment in, and this is the one you mix stuff in like hay, straw, and then your extra silage to make it into total mixed rations. Looks like we got some already built up. We have our two silage wagons put over there, our hay bale storage right there. I didn't want to leave them out. Oh yeah, then you got the real workhorses of the farm. Now this, in my opinion, was the main workhorse, the 4020. This is what feeds the animals, all that fun stuff. You have the good old chopper, which is the 5830, and my personal favorite machine that he just bought not too long ago, the JCB telehandler. I love a telehandler, and I never get to use it. So the fact that I get to use it here, so excited. Well, I love to say it, / hate to say it. There's no better time than right now to go ahead and get busy. Because as you guys can see, we do have a $1,500,000 debt over our heads. And so that's going to be very crucial. Oh, actually, let's go show you the land we do own. Don't pay any of this stuff attention. I have to own it to edit some parts of the map. We own field 10 up here, 12, 43. We lease field 45, field 50, 46, and 38. That should be all we own. So we do own a lot of fields. Now, they are spread out. My grandfather at one point owned all the fields over here, but as he slowly but surely started losing the farm, he kind of sold it all, and now they're wanting ridiculous money to buy it back. Which hopefully we can start buying some of that back eventually. We do have good news on some stints because 43 and 10 are already planted. Those are already pre-planted with wheat, so we don't need to really worry about those. The first thing we need to do is, I guess, come out here and look at the fields, kind of see what needs to be done. I know this field right here, he said had a really bad rot problem, and I'm definitely seeing it. So currently what I'm thinking is I want to put corn, soybeans, corn, soybeans. I want to do a majority corn, and then later on we can start looking at like other properties up here. I wouldn't mind eventually purchasing that right there, but that's way too much money to be thinking about. The first thing we need to deal with is getting rid of these rocks. These rocks are not that big, so we should be able to use my grandfather's old roller to get rid of those things pretty quickly. So we're actually going to jump in the biggest tractor we have, at least on this farm, which is our 8530. Come down here and hitch it up, and then we'll go ahead and pull it around because I don't think we can open those gates and still get out with this. So we do need to pre-hitch it and back away because I think they open on it. Back up, go. Whew. I will say I don't like the ditches around this farm at all. Alrighty, we're good to go. Make sure that gets on out of the farm. Now, this is just a generic roller that my grandfather had. I really don't think, is it branded? Yeah, it's just a lizard. It's branded lizard, so it's just a generic roller. Just something nice and simple. My grandfather's always owned. There we go. Ooh. Are you joking? Okay, that's not good. That's not what I wanted to see. It does look like we're going to need a rock picker of some sort to come out here. So if that's the case, I'm just going to go ahead and refold this back up. And if I need a rock picker, it'll smooth out the ground as well. So that's not what I wanted to hear. But it's also good. I could probably get one of the employees to go ahead and start on this field and get the rocks picked, but that means I do need at least a rock picker. And how much are one of those to lease? It's only okay. That's not that bad. I mean, we can honestly. No, yeah, I think we'll spring for the better one just so you can get it done faster, and it'll be easier for him to do. With that being the case, we'll run to town then and go pick up a good old rock picker on lease, and then we'll just keep running the farm for as long as we need it. What do we need? Which one? I mean, honestly, we don't even need nothing that high horsepower. We could just come over here. Yep. So we just gonna come over here and use the 7810. All right, let's get into town, get this, and get back to the farm. So we went ahead and paid for the lease online. We are gonna go ahead and take this over there and pick it up. Did want to let y'all know we did pay the $2,000 some already, so that we will have it when we get there. Alrighty, so we have picked up our good old rock machine. We're gonna take it back to the farm and get one of the employees to go ahead and start on it. Most likely Jacob or maybe Chris, we'll see. Alright, now this right here should fix our issues we were having a second ago. We're getting this field to become rock free. Simply just lower it, and there we go. Now we're starting to collect some rocks. So we ended up getting Jacob to go ahead and knock out this field with the rocks. We're gonna have him do the headlands first. We're gonna do one headland, and then he'll start the up and down rows. But while he does that, there's some important stuff we need to work on. All right, put this right here for a second. Now we just got to walk over here and grab the Model A. Where did the Model A go? We do want to use the Model A real fast just to back up through all this equipment and grab the sprayer, because we do need to spray the wheat today and put a little bit extra fertilizer on the wheat. We don't have a whole lot as of right now, or realistically enough for the wheat. Now we are not going to be using this to spray with. We're going to be using the 8110 to spray with, but since we need to get it out of that shed, I figured the best way to do that would be just to pull it out with the Model A and let this old girl have a little bit of fun and breathe for a little bit, because you do guys start tractors up every now and then. And actually, I'm going to let the employee, I'm going to let probably Chris go through that and see what's wrong with it, because I do have to head to town and pick up a couple of containers of fertilizer so that we do have something to spray on those fields. Yeah, we're probably going to pick up a new trailer while we're in town as well. Just something short, sweet, and simple that we don't need to worry about it anymore. So while we're driving to town, this is the first field we do need a spray of wheat. We're just trying to get as much of a yield boost as we can. All right, they just gave me the green light. We've already spent another $16,000 on a fertilizer. We went ahead and got 5 totes of it. Should be enough just to last us through the rest of least what we need for right now. I was also already talking to them about leasing a anhydrous rig so that we can get our anhydrous work done ahead of time. So we have Chris in the truck back there behind us, just following us to the field, so that we do have all of the chemicals and all that fun stuff we will need. Right now we're taking the 8110 to field 43, then we'll be heading to field 10. And I figured, why not just have somebody drive the truck so that we can keep it near us at all times. Come on, come on. Okay, we're good. Alrighty, so he's gonna park it right there. Keep it out of our way. We're just gonna unfold the sprayer. We actually want to raise that up as high as we can get it, because we do not want to be knocking too much of the weed off. So far, so good. Now this right here, I'm not expecting, honestly, to really need to put down too much, but I do know we're putting down 53 gallons to the acre, and honestly, that's a lot of acreage. I mean, this is not a little bit of acreage, and that's a lot of chemical going down. So with no further ado, let's get spraying this field. Now we're heading down the road. We're heading to the next field. We are going all the way up to field 10. That is a nice long drive, but thank God it's only just straight roads pretty much there. We do have to actually get on an interstate for a little bit, but once we get on the interstate, we just get right back off like 3 feet from it. So we are here at the second location, or second place. Now we do own all this stuff right here. We own that spare shed. I don't know if we're actually going to use it or not. I'm actually in talks with a couple of farmers that are closer to here that are interested in renting it. I just want the field at the end of the day. My grandfather used to actually run it. He used to run this thing hard when he had a lot of fields. I do believe at one point he said he used to own like half of the places near here. So it does make sense why he owns this still. I do want to see if I can find somebody to lease this out to, because I'm personally not interested in keeping it, especially that cattle barn back there. There's no point in me keeping that and the current one with only 21 cattle. So if I can lease it out and make an extra 20 grand a year off of it, well, that's 20 more grand that this field and this place was making me. Alrighty, so we're just going to go ahead and start spraying this weed as well. Shouldn't take us too long with this one. I'm going to focus down here at the back first and get this knocked out, then we'll get the front knocked out separate, because the front is way bigger than this back portion. I can definitely say we are using a lot more chemical than I thought we would be, but it's nothing that we're not prepared for. Alright, we refilled this joker. We gotta get back over there to the other side of the field and finish spraying this field for the day. And just like that, we are now done with spraying the fields for at least right now. We do need to move on back to the farm and start looking at getting some anhydrous done, which is now the next step. But we also need to check on our rock guy to make sure he's empty, ready to go. He did give me a phone call a little bit earlier saying, hey, I'm still having an issue with the rocks. I can't figure out how to unload this thing. So we may have messed up and gave him the wrong switches to unload it with. So we're just going to go check it out real fast. Alrighty, so what we're going to do the simplest thing we can. Kind of set this off right here, turn the key. Since we don't need this right now, we're good. I'm also going to tell Chris to head on. We're going to take the truck down here to the field where we have the rock picker right now going with Jacob. Let's kind of see what Jacob's up to and see if he's still having those issues that he was telling me about earlier. Alrighty, so far, this field looks actually amazing. I'm loving the way it looks. Yep, as I thought. He got stuck and he's still yet to figure it out. Alright. What's going on? Alright, let me take over. So, since this is just some simple rocks, we'll just come down here to this part of the land and kind of back it up into here. And alrighty, she's back up and she's back to running. We'll let him keep on working on that. We need to start focusing on getting our anhydrous done. That would be the next big part of the farm, next big part of the deal today. Right now, we're taking the 8530 down to the co-op area, or Tractor Supply really is what they do around here, to pick up a anhydrous tank, which will cost us another 15 grand, including to fill the anhydrous tank. But we do need to get that filled right there, at least anhydrous, so it has some time to settle, because we need to direct plant it as soon as we can. We're probably looking at planting here within the next day or two. Now, this is the cool part of everything. They told me just to come over here, grab any set of tanks, fill it up first, and then come back for whatever size of bar we need. Because I am a platinum member with them, and I'm spending a lot of money with them already. They do let me have the free rentals of these things. Now, if I do decide to downgrade in the lower future, I will, of course, have to pay for rentals of tanks and fun stuff like that. $19,000 is what we're spending on anhydrous. Okay. Now, of course, if we come back, we can actually sell it back to them if needed. Well, right now, we're going to take everything back. We did end up picking up the biggest anhydrous bar we could get, or the toolbar we could get, because I want to get this thing wrapped up as quick as we can, and a big anhydrous bar just seems like fun at this point. Now we're able to get this work knocked out. We'll go ahead and unfold this right here, and this will definitely be the last fill that we do for the day. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for loving what you're showing me and my entire family here. We have a lot of work to do on this farm. If y'all want to see more of it, please leave a comment down below. I'm so happy and so excited for all this fun stuff to really get kicked off and going. But with no further ado, thank you all so very much. We'll see you on the next one. Peace!